the voice that knows my name. It was 1 a.m., and I was the only person awake in the small town of Havenwood. Well, I was the only person awake in Havenwood, except for the crickets and the one caller that kept calling into my late-night radio show. I've been the host of the Midnight Hour for going on 10 years now. I play old records and take requests from lonely people in the middle of the night. Most of my callers are drunk, some are high. But this guy, this one caller, was sober, and he knew things about me that no one could have possibly known. It started with him calling in and asking me to play a song. Nothing strange about that except for the fact that when I heard the voice on the other end of the line, it sounded exactly like mine. I thought it was a prank, but then he started calling in every night, and each time he would ask me to play a different song, and each time he would tell me something about myself, something personal, something that I hadn't told anyone, not even my family. He told me about the monster that had been living under my bed when I was a kid, the monster that I had made up in my head because of all the scary stories that my mother used to tell me. He told me about how I had run away from home when I was 16, how I had gotten lost in the woods, and how I had spent the entire night crying out for help. And he also told me about my biggest regret, how I had left my girlfriend, Sarah, when I went to college, how I chose my career over her, and how I never called her again. And then last night, he told me about how I was going to die alone in this town, how no one was ever going to remember me, and how my death would go unsolved. And he was right. The next day when I went to work at the hardware store, Mr. Williams, who'd been my best customer since I started working there, he stopped by to tell me that he'd heard about me on the radio, and he wanted to say that he appreciated my company and my conversation, and he thanked me for always being so nice to him. Then he told me that I was a good man, and that he'd missed talking to me, and then he left and I didn't think anything of it. But when I got home that night, I found a note on my door, a note that said, "You're next," and it was written in my handwriting. Then I started hearing scratching noises coming from inside my walls, and I haven't been able to sleep since. The scratching is driving me crazy. It sounds like someone is trying to get out, but when the sun comes up tomorrow, I'm gonna take the day off, drive into town, find that caller, and make him pay for what he did. I'm gonna find him, and I'm gonna make him suffer. Wait, where is that sound coming from? It's coming from inside the closet. What is that? Oh my God. Are you in there? Hello? Is anyone in there? Hello?